to another live stream. I hope you're all doing good and having a wonderful day. Yes, not yesterday's, but the last live stream we had was wonderful. And in this one, we're going to be talking about the fact that it's time to master yourself. So, I hope everyone's ready because we're going to be jumping into this one. So, I think a lot of people are going to like it. So, self-mastery is probably like one of the most... I feel like one of the things that I've always wanted to talk about in this channel. Because I feel like improving as a person, growing in the right direction, pushing yourself to become the best version of you is absolutely key. And that's why self-mastery is something that we're getting into in this channel, in the live streams. So, we're going to be getting into it. Self-mastery. Mastery. Alright, so let's get into it. So self-mastery is the ability to control your thoughts, emotions, habits, and actions. Not in a rigid or forceful way, but with clarity, purpose, and intention. It's about being the one who drives your life instead of being driven by impulses, fears, distractions, moods, anything that is external outside of you, anything that doesn't benefit you at all. So a lot of people do not have self-mastery, which means they are easily manipulated. They have not much control over their emotions. People can easily get in their minds and they can easily get manipulated. So this is a big issue when you don't have much self-mastery. You don't have much control of yourself, your life, your emotions. I mean, I know I'm not the only one who's seen people who have strong control of themselves, strong control of, how they feel and handling pressure, right? There's some people who could just handle pressure. They could handle, toxicness, drama, handle being in really tough situations. And I thought to myself, like, wow, like, if I'm in that situation, I'm going to get chewed up. They're going to destroy me in this conversation, right? Because you got to be in control of your emotions. And I think a lot of people need self-mastery because having mental discipline, emotional control is super key. I feel like most people are unaware. I remember when I was in college, people would just go do classes, this, that, work, that's about it. No emotion. They were tired, gassed out. They were just doing what other people told them to do, right? Maybe their parents said, go to college, be somebody, and boom, So obviously, of course, self-mastery, I believe, is super important. Awareness, being aware is very key. So mental discipline is training your mind to focus, think clearly, and not fall into a negative spiral or distraction. I think a lot of people scrolling on social media, scrolling on the internet, pretty much just doing things mindlessly. And because of that, again, there's no mental discipline, so they just keep scrolling. I know I'm not the only person who used to scroll until 4 a.m. Right? I know a lot of people do that these days. I clearly stopped doing that. But there's a lot of people who have like no mental discipline whatsoever. Another thing is emotional control. I think some people, they get super angry and pissed off like very, very quickly. Because of that, if you're someone who gets pissed off and angered really quickly, you don't have emotional control, you're going to have a lot of regret. Because if you don't control your emotions when you get pissed off, if you're the person who, gets pissed off and just starts swinging and punching people in the face, Yeah, that's not gonna go too well, right? There's people who, um, you know, maybe they don't feel good around certain people, or maybe certain people piss you off, make you feel a certain way. And if you don't have good control of your emotions and you don't have boundaries and stuff, I mean, your life's gonna suck. I mean, I know a lot of people who work 9 to 5 or work in mortgage places. I have family members. If you're dealing with people that mess with your emotions or get in your head, you're gonna have a really tough time. Sometimes it's not the job that we do, sometimes it's just the mind. It's like working out too. Like, there's a lot of people who, when they work out, they're exercising, they're having a good time, and then their mind's like, no, I want to do this instead, no, I want to do that, no, I want to do other things in my life. And honestly, your mind gets in the way. How's everybody doing, by the way? How's everyone's day? How's everyone doing? PKP, it's morning for you. Very interesting. Good morning. Also, habitual awareness, shaping you shape your routines consciously instead of living on autopilot. So, you want to build habits that align with your values and goals. I think a lot of people, I'm not going to say too much, but I'm in the United States. Not going to say too much. So it's New York time. So it's almost 7 p.m. But that's all I'm going to say. So let's go. Let's keep going. Aligned action, right? You're not just grinding. You move with intention. Every step reflects your vision and inner truth, not just outside pressure. So we always want to take the right action. I think when people are not aligned with themselves, they're doing action that other people told them, or they're just doing things that they don't have much intention behind it. So what they're doing isn't necessarily best for them. And another thing is resilience and responsibility. I think I said that wrong, bro. You own your life, wins and losses. You bounce back, grow, never blame. I feel like in our society, the second things don't go your way, I think most people just give up. Once you don't see results, people just give up though. I'm gonna assume uni is university, right? Gonna assume. Um, Going forward. That's tough. I don't even know where you could start. I mean, I guess knowing yourself, going in the right. So I would say if you're trying to go forward in life, you want to go in the right direction. So I think knowing yourself is going to be important. I think knowing what you want out of life is important, right? What did you want in university? Was it the degree? Was it, the job? Maybe, I don't know what you could do if you got kicked out. But if I'm not mistaken, well, no, I thought weed was legal though in certain areas, right? Like, or you could do it. I think people smoked weed on campus, right? Or am I totally wrong here? Right? I don't know. You can't smoke like in the place, but like outside the building. So, I don't know. I can't really give you much advice on this kind of stuff. I don't know, man. But I know people were smoking on campus, so maybe it's just different. I don't know. But yeah, people used to smoke right outside the buildings. So I don't know. It depends where you want to go in life. Depends, if you have goals outside of university. The way I look at self-mastery is the bridge between who you are now and who you're meant to become. It's the foundation of freedom, not restriction. So that is the way I look at self-mastery. And I think everybody needs it, because if you're someone who's just going through life, and I feel like a lot of people, the second things get hard, the second things get difficult and they don't see results, they just give up. And it's a big problem. And I think when people don't have any control of their emotions and they have no emotional awareness of what's going on, I feel like you get chewed up. You get chewed up in society, you know? Because being emotionally aware, to me, is like knowing. You seen a ghost or had a paranormal experience? I feel like I've seen a ghost one time, honestly. Like one time I saw something like something weird. Why do you bring that up? Man, there's a YouTube short that hit like billions of views of an actual ghost walking. It's actually crazy. It's actually caught on video. Really crazy. It had like so many views. I don't know exactly where it is, but there's one. But it's good to have you here in the stream. I hope everybody's doing good, having a good day. But yes, awareness, emotional awareness is key, you know? Yeah, I don't know, but like type something, it was at an office. It was at an office, and the dude was sitting at a desk. I think it was a police station or something, and it walked. It was crazy. I don't know. It was crazy. Is everybody having a good day, by the way, or good night, or good morning? Someone, I don't know. If it's morning, where could they be? Probably like in the Middle East, right? I don't know. No, their hours, oof, depends. I don't know. Almost midnight here. That's Europe, right? Or Portugal or something. Or England. Welcome to the stream, Ozzy. Hope you're having a good day. Yeah, I remember when I was in school, people would always like try to manipulate, or they try to, get control of you, or they used to like try to brainwash or whatever. Though, you know, England, let's go, let's get it. I used to game with so many people from England. I remember when I was playing video games a few years ago, I had so many people. I'm trying to think what Andrew Tate said. He had a good quote though. He had a very powerful quote. Money doesn't change someone. It amplifies who they are. I think that's so powerful from Andrew Tate. Very powerful thing right there. I think that's true. I think someone at their core, I think someone like, who they truly are, you give them money. If they want to change the world, they want to bless someone's life, they want to help someone, they'll do that with money. But deep down, if they want to waste it on Lamborghinis, or, do something wrong with it, or waste it, or whatever it is, that's them. I think it amplifies who they are instead of changing people. People think money's changing people. It's sort of amplifying who they are, which means it's bringing out the truest version of themselves. Because once you give that person a bunch of money, it really comes out of them. Whatever it is, whatever they want, whatever they desire, whatever they want to do with the money, whatever intentions they had, it's all coming out. So I think that's a really powerful thing from Andrew Tate. What's this? Cody, what's going on? Pretty much a stream. We're streaming. And pretty much talking about mastering yourself, aka self-mastery. We pretty much talked about everything in this stream, part one, which is the introduction of self-mastery. Pretty much talking about having the ability to control your thoughts, emotions, habits, become the best version of you, master yourself, learn yourself, understanding yourself. You know, having self-mastery is very important. You know, having mental discipline, awareness, emotional control. You know, most people in the society may not have as much awareness or emotional control. You know, that's why certain people do crazy things. I think it explains society, you know? I think that's what it is. Thank you. I appreciate that. So good to have you here, Cody. I think I'm being serious right now, and I think many people have said this. If you don't have emotional control, you are like, you might, that's the person you gotta watch out for, because they'll do crazy stuff, you know? Like if they get jealous from people, you know, I've seen it, right? Someone was jealous of someone because they won something, they got something in football, right? They got like an award or something, and they got jealous of the person, and they wanted to hurt him, right? It's like the person who has a girl, right? He has a good chick, and then the guy tries to go and ruin the relationship, you know? So, honestly, you know, people who don't have any emotional control, and again, maybe they do bad things to others, or they're just ruining themselves in the process because they suppress their emotions. And when you suppress your emotions, it carries a weight in you, and it makes life harder, right? It's like working a job when there's drama, people making fun of you, people just making you feel sad or sorrow or guilty. They're putting these negative emotions in you, right? And they try to make you feel a certain way, or maybe you work with a narcissist, which is horrible, right? They have like no empathy, right? They don't give a damn about you. They don't want to show any emotion, right? They want you to just suffer, right? And then they tell you, I don't know, they tell you whatever they tell you, and they'll get in your damn head. You know, having a boss, a manager that's a narcissist is like the worst, honestly. They'll always try to blame the shit out of you. Let me just tell you that. Excuse the language. So, you know, when you're aware of these things, you know that person's a narcissist. You need to get away. You know when how you feel. You know if that's coming up from yourself, past trauma, or if that's someone trying to put something on you. Because those that are not aware are just going to go through life on autopilot, and they're going to just live life unconsciously, and they're not going to find the best version of themselves. They're not going to be the best version of themselves because they're distracted. You need a haircut. Really feel like I just got one, man. Maybe just a fade on the sides, you know? Found the key to life 3 years ago. Amazing. Why don't you share that? I feel like a lot of people could use that, you know? How's everybody doing? How's everybody's day? You know, what's everybody been up to? Endurance dirt bike racing. Must be fun. You got this, Matt, you know? I guess everybody's got different keys, right? Hey, just make sure the door is not locked, you know, because then you can't go. How's everybody's days? Everybody, like, where's everybody tuning in from, man? Everybody in the U.S. I think I had some people from where was it? Italy. Italy, that's what it was. Italy last time. Yeah. And we had someone from England today. I think a lot of people from United States. Everybody liking the weather? Did you guys hear about the sun? There's like solar storms happening. Geomagnetic solar storms. Very interesting, isn't it? I think they have an impact with the way I think they impact certain people, older people or certain people. Apparently, solar storms. They even affect technology. I heard, and many things though. There it is, man. There it is, Matt. That's what you got to do. All right. Well, I pretty much have run out of ideas. I don't have anything else to say, so might be concluding this stream. If anyone's got some extra ideas or whatnot, let me know. But I would say I would definitely say that has concluded my live stream. I want to thank everyone for tuning in and whatnot and watching. I'm going to be wrapping up this live stream, and I will see everybody next time. I'll probably be talking about probably like the best steps for self-mastery. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, and everything. It means a lot. I really appreciate it. And by all means, I'm gonna go. You guys have a good time. Thank you for watching.